Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to break down the most recent data for the housing market in Denver Metro. My name is Cameron McClellan. I'm the owner at Colorado Team Real Estate. And this year, we have seen a wild ride in the real estate market. Whenever we started out the year, home values went up $100,000 in the first 4 months, and now they've just been coming back down, came down almost $50,000 here in the last few months. We're seeing time on market go up, we're seeing home values come down, and we're seeing a lot of frustrated sellers out there. So let's dive into the information, and this is coming straight from the MLS, so there's no fluff here. This is the data that I wish was on every news channel out there. So taking a look at the number of homes that are currently available. Right now, there's 12,251 homes for sale. That is very seasonal for the Denver housing market. So this is typically what we've seen through the pandemic market. Now, if we go back, pre-pandemic, there'd be, closer to 20,000 homes for sale. But since 2019, 2020, this is typically what we see in a fall market. The list to sales price ratio, this is going to be a shocker for a lot of people. Whenever you hear that home prices are falling, you would think that buyers would be paying less. However, the list to sales price ratio compares what a home is listed to compared to what it sells for. So if a home's listed for $1 million, then at 100% list to sales price ratio, that means it closed at $1 million. So as we can see all year long, buyers have been paying full price for homes on average. And when things were really wild back in April, it was always all the way up to 4.9%, about 5% over the asking price is what you had to pay. Looking at the average sales price, so this is one I really want to key in on, because whenever we started the year, we were at an average sales price of $598,000. By April, that was up to $704,000. So over $100,000 gain in 4 months. Guys, it's just not sustainable. Like even just the run that we've had since 2011, when home values have gone up very close to 9% each year, eventually you're gonna hit a point where, these home values are so high that getting a 9% appreciation year is not within the realm of what people can afford and what they can pay. So we had this $100,000 gain in the first 4 months. And since then, home values have dropped the last 4 months. So we went from 704, 695, 690, 672, and now 646. So you could make the argument that home values are down 50,000 since April, or you could look at back to January, home values are up $50,000 already this year. Just glass half full, glass half empty. What I want to really make aware is that home values are falling right now, and we don't know how long this is going to last. My crystal ball, my guess on this is that until March, so until Q2 of 2023, we don't see a whole lot of gains. This might level out in the winter if we get some help with interest rates going down. But I would say prices could fall another 10%. We're probably going to end the year somewhere right around that 598 where we started, based on the homes that I'm seeing go under contract today. So best time to sell if you're looking to sell is at the peak of a market when it starts to downturn, not at the bottom when it's starting to work its way back up. So if you got a property that you need to sell, now could be the best time in the next 6 months to get that done. If you're looking to buy, home values are falling. So it's just about timing. It's about when you find the right house. And then again, I'm thinking the second quarter of next year, that's where we see home values start to tick back up. Spring's always a frenzy. So if you don't want to be a part of that frenzy, get into something this winter whenever the negotiating is in your favor for buyer. Time on market. This is a big one too, because throughout this pandemic market, median time on market's always been below a week. So 6 days, 4 days in the summer market, and now it's all the way up to 11. This is normal for a pre-pandemic market. So as we're coming out of this pandemic and as we're moving into a recession, now we're seeing a return to a more normal market. That's very frustrating for sellers because they liked it whenever we listed a house on Thursday, had a lot of showings, went under contract on Sunday or Monday. Now, having to wait a little bit more, it's been frustrating. But for buyers, they're loving it because they've got time to go out there, shop a few homes, see what's available, and then make their offers and negotiate a little bit. Months of inventory is at 2. So in a balanced market, they say this needs to be 6. However, we are so underbuilt as a country. I think it's going to be a long time before we see 6 months of inventory. But just know that the number of homes for sale right now is still low. There's still not enough housing out there for the demand. So I think once we get out of this moment of uncertainty, this moment of high interest rates, that we're going to see home values continue to go up. The number of new listings is seasonal. So right now, last month, we had 8,600 new homes. Look back to last year's 8,300. This is very normal for our fall market. Number of homes that went under contract is at 7,600. So most of the homes that are coming on the market are then going under contract. That's why we've only got 2 months of inventory. And the number of homes that sold was at 6,600. So we're seeing a little bit of supply increase, but most properties that come on are going under contract and getting sold. And then interest rates, these are at about 5.5%. So right now, just kind of overall feel for the market. If you're gonna list your house based on what your competition is. If you're pricing based on those April prices, you're gonna sit on the market. If you're priced based on what is sold in the last couple of weeks and what your competition is, making sure you're the clear choice, you're going to be very successful. And that's where you see most sellers getting 100% of their asking price. And then if you're a buyer, right now, interest rates, they're high compared to what they have been. But if you look at, the history of interest rates, 5.5% isn't all that bad. I do think that we'll see these come down sometime, 6 months from now. So if you can make the payment now, get the house while you've got time to go shop and see some options that are available. And then in 6 months, you can do that refinance down into a lower rate if that's something you choose. But historically 5.5, nothing wrong with that. We've just been crazy spoiled the last couple of years with these really low interest rates. So hey, hopefully this helps you out in your home buying journey. If you have any questions, give me a call at 303-501-2810. And I am here to help you out for your unique and special situation.